Hey beauties, jumping right into this tutorial. Today we are using my ColourPop Main Squeeze palette. This is my first time using ColourPop eyeshadows, and I must say that I'm pretty impressed. So I'm priming my eyes with the Wet n Wild Fergie eye primer that they did when they collaborated with the singer Fergie. And I'm also going to use my Makeup Addiction primer as well, and then also use my e.l.f. Cosmetics 16-hour camo concealer so that the eyeshadows can have a base to stick to. And I will be honest and say that the eyeshadows took to the base really well. So here I'm just packing on all my bases and getting started to do my shadows. And the brushes that I'm using are Morphe brushes, as well as the newer brushes that I brought when I first started doing makeup. Unfortunately, they don't sell these brushes. And I think I use maybe a MAC brush and a Wet n Wild brush, but everything will be on my blog. As you can see, I am now adding that Makeup Addiction primer, and this primer was when they first launched, when indie brands were just first launching their lines on Etsy. And now that, I think that is when I was using the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Okay, taking that first color called Red Bottoms, which is a deep burgundy, I'm going to take and pack that color on into my crease to build up the color intensity. I decided against, well, not against, I decided not to do my transition color, but to do the dark color first and then use my transition to blend out. But since I knew I was going to do a half cut crease, I wanted to start with my dark color first. So as you can see, I am taking my Morphe brush and just packing that color. Instead of swiping, I'm packing the color. And excuse me, I was watching TV at the time too. I had been suffering with bad headaches for the past couple of days, and the night before I was supposed to do an eye tutorial for you guys because I wanted to do some back-to-back eye tutorials since I had a little time off from work. I had did my eye as usual, and then I had put on my base. My head started hurting so bad that I literally had to stop doing what I was doing and take off everything. So this is not the actual look that I had in mind. So I was like, for this palette, I didn't want to just have a usual look. I wanted to do something real different and maybe try to utilize all the colors. I did say that I utilized the colors, but when I looked back into the palette, I realized I didn't use one color. So this is actually the second look that I'm doing, and I'm not mad. I like how the look came out. So as you can see, I packed on that color into my crease. Now I'm going into the color Frosé. Or Frost. And out here in Louisiana, when we hear them say fro or safro or one of those, they're saying they're cold. Just a little fun fact, my grandmother on my father's side is half Indian, and so she spoke really good French, Cajun French. So whenever her cousins and them would come over, they didn't want us to know the conversation or what they were saying. They would speak in French, and she was teaching it to me because she knew like French is one of my favorite languages. And unfortunately at the time, her and my mom didn't get along, so my mom didn't want me to learn French. Now, I do know certain things in French, such as c'est froid, when they say that they're cold, and like how are you and stuff like that. But other than that, my French is really not that good. Yep, so as you can see, I'm taking that color and I was blending out, and I also went into a third color to blend out as well, to blend not safe, I'm sorry, fro out, frosé or fro, however, depending on how you say it. I took that color anyway. I took Big Glob, which is like a red coralish color, and I blended out that color. And then you'll see me go back into red bottoms to deepen back up the crease. Now I will be honest and say that I really thought that red bottoms was going to be like an overly pigmented deep blood burgundy, but it's not. It's more like a it's a deep plumish reddish burgundy, but it's still a beautiful color. And as you can see here, I'm starting my cut crease. And what I like to do is I like to take and look straight ahead because I have hooded eyelids. So if I close my eyes and go and do a cut crease, I guarantee you when I open my eyes, you won't even know I did a cut crease. And because I have hooded eyelids, I have to go a little further over my cut crease, over my crease line. So as you can see, that's why I'm taking my time, making sure that looking straight ahead, just to make sure that when I look, you're able to see the cut crease. And I'm just packing on that concealer. Again, I used the e.l.f. Camo Concealer to do this cut crease, and it went pretty well. I wish that they still sold these brushes though. So here I'm packing on, making sure that the concealer doesn't dry, but just starts to get tacky so that the shadows can stick. And after a while, I was like, you know what, let me just use my buffing brush to do this. So here I'm just straightening up, making sure that the line is straight and that it is also like tacky in my actual crease. So taking the color Red Bottom, because this wasn't half cut crease, before the concealer fully dried, decided to just pack that color on and blend it out so that you can't see where the actual cut crease ended. So I take the color Baywatch and add that next to Red Bottom, which is a little lighter, but it's a shimmer, actual shimmer color to Red Bottoms. And I was like, the colors are starting to look kind of similar. The shimmer colors are going to look similar. You'll see as I apply maraschino up into maraschino, or however you say that, into the second part. It's actually, you can probably say the third lid color now. And then I added Juicy Fruit, which is a beautiful gold with a hint of red in it, reflex in it, and it's really beautiful. I added that toward the end, the inner lid. And as you can see, I was like, oh, okay, I really wish I had a real lighter color to work with. So again, I'm taking red bottom and trying to deepen up the end. I didn't really feel like going into like various palettes because I wanted the focus to be solely on just this palette alone, which I'm not gonna lie, I really love. Yeah, I'm just making sure all the colors are blended out, that there's any harsh lines left. Now, well, apparently I did utilize all the colors in the palette. Then I went into Seed Money and either Seed Money or Like It's Hot and ran it across the lid for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe I just wanted to blend all the colors together. You never know with me. These are all freelance work. Now taking my Huda Beauty burgundy lip liner, I'm going to use that as an eyeliner. As you can see, I'm taking a painter's brush to get that stroke. I always find inspiration in different brushes, whether they're makeup brushes or painter's brushes. And I love to use any kind of brush that is not harsh in my artistry, and it works out just as fine because makeup is art. Now taking my Maybelline mascara and preparing my eyes for my lashes. And you guys have seen me apply lashes before, and those lashes will be available soon. I believe those are my signature lashes. I absolutely love them, and I can't wait to talk more and more about my line. So I took the color Seed Money. No, Like It's Hot, and added it, Like It's Hot, and added to my lower lash line, and I blended it out with the color Big Gloss. And like I said, most of the brushes that I was using were by Morphe, majority of them, and brushes that I ordered off of eBay. The purple brush that I actually ordered off of Amazon, I'm sorry, not eBay. And then I went back in with maraschino, and I added Juicy Fruit back on the top to mix those colors together to get like a lighter color. And that was it, you guys. On my lips is Colored Rain Cherry Blossom lip lacquer. It's not matte, it's more it's more like a gloss, a very pigmented gloss, and I was just wanting to act for the camera, do something a little different. Thank you guys for watching my video. Check out my blog. I'm theblushingbeauty.wordpress.com to read about everything I use and my thoughts on this particular palette. Like I said, this is my first time trying ColourPop, and I'm so glad that I did. Now I forgot to add like my bottom mascara, you know, things happen. And I also added a bronze ColourPop eyeliner, like a liquid eyeliner in my waterline, but it didn't matter whether, because you couldn't see it or not. You couldn't really see it, but yeah. So thank you guys for watching my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. The more the merrier, the more views, the more I can bring my honesty and creativity to you guys. I want to thank you guys for just watching and just being there, subscribing, to me, following me, and commenting. The love is so beautiful, being that I'm an oldest makeup artist. And I will catch you guys in my next video.